Good morning and welcome back. It's the first Thursday of the month, which means our longtime financial advisor and resident economic expert, Kurt Pearson, is joining us. So good morning, Kurt.
Kurt, it's always good to see you. And we're hearing a lot about oil and gas prices, but you were talking about how the current situation could be impacting people in a positive way. How can that be?
Yeah, well, we also know that anytime there's a crisis, there's also opportunity. The Chinese word for crisis also means opportunity in their language, and that's really true in the markets when there's an imbalance or an overbalance or markets are overreacting, and they really are right now to oil. And so what that means for the average investor is if you have a 401k balance or a deferred comp plan, or even those who are in IPERS, the state pension plan, I'm sure that they have some money in those plans and in those retirement accounts invested in oil companies or other places in our economy that are actually profiting from this imbalance in the oil market. And so even though it's a little bit painful at the pump, people will probably be getting their 401k statements and their other retirement account statements and see some economic benefit to their bottom line because of the profits that are flowing through to these companies in the middle of this opportunity. Another positive is we also know when markets overreact, the situation is temporary, because greed and fear are well entrenched in the human psyche. And anytime there's an overreaction in the markets, that greed and fear kick in, meaning demand will drop down for oil and gas, supplies will obviously increase, and that will lead to lower prices eventually. I think it's going to happen sooner rather than later, but that remains to be seen.
Okay, well, at least we can see some positive to all of this, so you should have a little light on that for us. Quickly, before we run out of time, you mentioned that you have a daughter who is graduating this year, and she's a beautiful young lady. Thinking of that, what about all of the other teens out there who are graduating? Any financial advice for those just embarking on their college career?
Anytime there's a life transition, it's easy to lose sight of some of the basic habits that need to be implemented and worked on. And the habit with finances, especially for graduates, is to really monitor how much income is flowing in and how much is going out. Inflows, outflows. That seems so basic, but it can really save the person heading off to college or the person graduating from college a lot of pain down the road if they really watch what's coming in and what's going out. And of course, watch the credit card issue.
Absolutely.
Those heading off to college are getting inundated with credit card offers.
All right, Kurt, thank you very much. Now, if people want to get in touch with you, how do they do that?
Local number is 327-1020.
All right, Kurt Pearson, thank you so much for joining us. Always a pleasure.
All right.